We got a little Om Shanti today. Morning. We got a little Om Shanti this morning. Morning, Edgar. Morning. Morning. Witchy Wednesday. Morning. Starting with the hearts already. We're starting with the hearts. Love it. I'm most grateful. Thank you, Arlene, for sharing that with us. Thank you, Arlene. Lady Diamond, blessed.
He's inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. He's inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. He's inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. He's inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti,
Blessings, Leah Flores. Blessings. Good morning. Good God morning. Tasha, welcome. 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 We are grateful for the presence here. Naomi Matia, good morning. Welcome. Hey, Tracy. How you doing? Welcome to Witchy Wednesday.
Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti by the amazing Ricky Byers Beckwith. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. How you doing, sis? How you doing? How are you? That was Om Shanti by the incredible Ricky Byers Beckwith, the wife of our beloved Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. I'm so blessed. Woo, come on, Tracy. Tracy said, I'm so blessed. I know that's right. Will to live. Welcome. We've been waiting for you. So grateful that you're here. So thankful for your presence. It is Witchy Wednesday on Boost. And this is the morning where on Witchy Wednesday, we share our understanding. We intend for deeper and greater understanding of the path of witches all over the world, and we gain a greater understanding. And by having a deeper understanding leads to peace. And we seek to dispel fear and ignorance around the path of being a witch. And as we now have discovered, Beyoncé has made her unequivocal, thrown down her wand, should we say. She has unequivocally made it clear that she is a witch. She came out, and if anybody saw Lemonade, who saw Lemonade? Lemonade, the visual album, it is absolutely gorgeous. Who saw Lemonade by Beyoncé yet? Lemonade is an incredible visual album by the inner creation of Beyoncé, who came out as a daughter of Oshun. So let's talk about Beyoncé and the Orishas. Praying. We lift our hearts and minds. To the knowing that we are one with the one. Lift your heart and mind to the knowing that you are one with the one. And we come into the expanded awareness that God is all there is. God, Goddess, I am. And there is only one of us here, and this one is God. There is none other. And we all tap into the very same power right now, the one power that created the universe, the one power that breathes all, the one power that animates all, the one power healing all, the one power illuminating all, the one power enlightening all, the one power, the one love, the one heart, that is the all, the creator, known by many names. And we invoke in this space a spirit of peace, and a spirit of joy, and a spirit of understanding. We invoke in this space a spirit of love. We cast out fear. We cast out ignorance. We cast out resistance to what is. We allow the scales to fall from our eyes, O great spirit, so that we may see. Let us clearly see the truth. For we stand on truth. We walk in truth, and truth is what we live and die by. Truth. Let us be seekers of truth. Let us be understanders of truth. Let us be revealers of truth. Let us be receivers of truth from the inside. Let us be sharers of truth. This and so much more we ask. Take over my tongue, Holy Spirit. It is so. Amen. Ashe. So mote it be. Who saw Lemonade? Chat with us, family. Who saw Lemonade, the visual album by Beyoncé? I love the hearts, love the hearts, love the hearts, love the hearts. Lemonade, incredible. Incredible. And if you're a witch watching Lemonade, you recognize what's in Lemonade. If you have not seen Lemonade yet, watch it. It's the Beyoncé new visual album. Lady Diamond Blessed 2. What were your thoughts on Lemonade? And in Lemonade, share family, your thoughts on Lemonade and how it landed on you. It was awesome. I was so inspired. After watching, I didn't even see the whole Lemonade. After watching about half of it, my daughter and I sat down at dinner last Friday. I think the day after it dropped. It dropped sometime last week. And Beyoncé is brilliant. Beyoncé is brilliant. I've heard about it in so many different perspectives, but I haven't seen it yet. Coach Felita, pull it up and watch Lemonade. Now, the whole visual album is an hour and 44 minutes. So it will be an investment of your time. I would say it's an investment of your time. Well worth it. The healing, the inspiration, so many levels to it. Woo, Josette. So many levels to Lemonade. Oh my goodness. So one of my favorite parts of Lemonade is where she comes out as a daughter of Oshun. Wow, it's very creative. Very creative. Very creative. And you know, as you listen to that very first track on Lemonade, here for everyone who has not seen Lemonade, Lemonade is a visual album, okay? And it's so brilliant, and it's so beautiful, and it's so stunning, and it's so creative, and it's so inspiring, and it's so original, that the way Beyoncé does Lemonade is she pops a word on the screen like apathy, and then she takes you through this journey that we can truly ascertain is an inner journey. And to be able to turn yourself sort of inside out and express to people in that much beauty and depth and color and richness what's going on in your world and in your experience, that's masterful genius. That is masterful genius. She was literally able to turn herself inside out, let you see the inside of her, she literally invited us into her experience, and in such the vivid, colorful, haunting way that it left us saying, wow, is that what's going on in there, Beyoncé? Wow. She's not just a performer. With this, she is a masterful genius. So let's talk about the Orishas. So she came out as a daughter of Oshun, and she said it. and in Lemonade. And I believe one of the songs is an ode to Oshun. And Oshun is one of the Orishas in the Yoruba tradition. And your head in Yoruba, you have an Orisha that rules your head. And so for Beyoncé, it's Oshun from what she shared with us. And Oshun is the goddess of the sweet waters, rivers, lakes, streams, sweet waters, the water that flows from the mountaintop, the beautiful, clear, pristine water that flows from the glaciers. Yemaya is the mother, the goddess of the salt waters, the ocean where Mia Flores was the other day. And of all the Orishas, and Oshun and Yemaya are sisters, and Yemaya, of all the Orishas that I know of, that I love to study, that I love to learn about, of all the Orishas, the one who speaks most deeply to my heart is Yemaya, the mother of the ocean. Because everything comes from the ocean. And every person began in the heart of Yemaya, because amniotic fluid is identical to ocean water. So when we have Yemaya, women literally carry Yemaya in their belly. It is this energy of bringing forth life. All life begins in the ocean on this planet. All life begins in the ocean. So Yemaya is the Orisha that I feel most connected with. And this Orisha can do amazing things for you. Amazing things for you. And the beauty of the Orishas is they'll speak to you if you ask to be open to the energy. If you feel this and you're here in this experience and you're feeling a resonance here, it's for a reason. That perhaps Yemaya is calling you to the ocean. Now, I don't pick up a lot of books and read about Yoruba. Actually, I've never picked up a Yoruba book and read about Yoruba. I hang around a lot of Yoruba people, and I've been to a Bembe where there is the installation of a new high priestess. I don't even know if the installation is the right word, where we celebrate a new Yoruba priestess. And it's a profoundly moving experience. If you've never been to a Bembe, now that you have had this experience here on Witchy Wednesday, perhaps you will now come into the opportunity to attend a Bembe. And if you do have the opportunity to go and celebrate one who has given their life to the service of this Orisha, and who has said yes to the call to heal, to uplift, to serve, to share, to support humanity, it is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing to see a new priest or a new priestess that is now coming forth in their service to the world. It's a healing service to the world. Being able to do readings, being able to support people with divining the future, being able to support people with their health. I got double blessings, Yemaya and Oshun. It was raining when I went in. Ocean was cold fabulously. Oh, Oshun, you got the sweet water and the salt water. Wow, Mia Flores, double blessings, double blessings. Now, let me tell you what I have seen Oshun do. I have seen with my own two eyes Oshun bring babies to this planet. So Oshun, if you have fertility issues, Oshun is your woman. That's your, not your woman, that's your goddess. That's the one to go to. She is fertility squared. Let me just say that, fertility squared. She can bring babies onto this planet. So people that have issues with fertility or issues with trying to get pregnant and things like that, Oshun will do it for you. For me, Yemaya brings abundance. Now, Oshun, a lot of her daughters, and it is very well known that Oshun does bring abundance, because if you set up an altar to Oshun, her color is gold, the exact color that Beyoncé wears in Lemonade. So when you look at the portion of Lemonade where literally Beyoncé is floating in water, she said, I drank the blood. She said, I levitated. So when you see what she is doing in the visual album, you are seeing what is integral to Oshun and the experience of Oshun ruling your head. So now, she said that she was floating in water. You saw the part where she's floating in water. Then the doors open, and she's wearing all gold. This is Oshun's color. Oshun's color is gold. Now, they say a lot of people, and she has peacock feathers. Peacock feathers is one of her symbols. So they say if you really want to invite a lot of abundance into your life, fabulous abundance, create an altar to Oshun. And on the altar, you have this gorgeous, beautiful, the most beautiful gold fabric you can find, altar cloth that you can find. Have it as your habit to get beautiful altar cloths. I mean, the most beautiful. I have altar cloths from all over the world. The most beautiful altar cloths you can find, because when you set up an altar, it needs to look like, feel like magic. It needs to be pulsing with energy. It needs to be so powerful that when you stand by it, you just feel the energy of your altar. That's an altar. And if you set up an altar to Oshun, and on the altar you put a gold altar cloth, beautiful gold, something like satin or silk, something beautiful, like what Beyoncé was wearing in the Ode to Oshun with the gold on. And you could even go to a Santeria shop. Go to we call it a juju shop. Go to a juju shop, a juju store, and buy yourself. You can buy the candle for Oshun. You can buy it all. You can buy Oshun, the statue of Oshun. You can buy it all when you go to the juju shop. It's all there for you. It's all there for you. I would not say dive into things that you don't understand. I would say open yourself to the understanding of it so that as spirit leads and guides, it can come to your consciousness. See, I didn't go looking for any of this stuff. Trust me. I did not go looking for any of it. I wouldn't have even known what to look for. It all came to me. I wouldn't have even known what I was even looking for. I didn't know what was out there. All of it came to me. They asked me, you want to go to a bimbe? I said, yes. I could feel it in my spirit. I went to the bimbe. It was amazing. Of course, we wear all white, like what I'm wearing right now. It was amazing. I was amazed. And of course, many of the traditions and customs are secretive. Why? Because just like in the coven, and just like any of our work that we do, our magical workings, remember the fourfold code of the witch: to know, to will, to dare, to keep silent. To know, to will, to dare, to keep silent. So there's a lot of it that's never talked about. And you will never get anybody to talk about that's experiences these things. I'm telling you only what I can tell you. All the rest of the stuff, you got to experience it for yourself. That's all I can say about that. You must experience it for yourself, and you will know that it's for you, because spirit will bring you right to it. Spirit will bring you right to it. So in the video, we have the women in white. And so that also is reminiscent of a bimbe. That's exactly what you will see at a bimbe. Every time, isn't that the truth, Tracy? Every time, spirit will just bring you the information to your consciousness. You didn't go looking for it. I didn't go looking for any of this. Spirit brought it all to me. And in the bringing of it to me, what is beautiful about spirit bringing you this information by your active, conscious engagement on the spiritual path, right? You're engaged. You're not just sitting on the couch. Oh, spirit, drop some nuggets of wisdom on me. No, you're intentional. You're in your spiritual practices. You've asked to grow, to ascend, to integrate, to be the authentic self. The authentic self for me is a witch. I can't be nothing else. Hey, thank you, Tracy, for sharing on Twitter. You got to be your authentic self. And trust me, the universe will give you everything to be your authentic self. I'm most comfortable when I'm witchy. I am most comfortable, like right now, when I'm witchy. That's my most comfortable. That's my authentic self. And for years, I tried to hide the authentic self. I was scared of the authentic self. I was sneaking around. I was trying to hide. I had tarot decks and I was hiding them because I had a Baptist husband. Oh my God, this was for me this morning. Hallelujah, Hazel. 908. Hallelujah. Melissa, you know what I'm talking about. Because people think, Witchy, they're so afraid. Why are they afraid? Because I'm afraid. If I'm not afraid of me no more, other people won't be afraid of me anymore. I'm nothing to be afraid of. I am a powerful, positive, beneficent being on the planet. What is there to be afraid of in that? Go ahead with your witchy self. I love it. That's right. You gotta be you. You gotta be you, your authentic self. So when you make the pact with your higher self and you say, higher self, I'm going to stop fronting. I'm going to stop tipping around this planet like I owe somebody something. I'm going to stop trying to be something I ain't so I can fit in and be more acceptable to people and not be so scary to people. I just want to be nice. I don't want people to be scared. Hell no. I don't want people to know that when nobody's around, I can see through walls. I don't want nobody to know that when nobody's around, I can levitate. I don't want nobody to know I can bend freaking spoons with my mind. Come on, you're doing all that stuff behind closed doors, but we don't want anybody to know about it. Now, part of the tradition that is to be secret, we honor that. That secretive is for a reason, a very good reason, because you can't let some of these secrets and things and traditions out into the masses. It's not for the masses. It's for the ones that it's for. On the other hand, you got to be your authentic self. Your authentic self means no hiding and secrecy, no shame. There's no shame in it, right? Let go of the shame, let go of the guilt, let go of the judgment, let go of the tipping around. I tipped around so long till one day one of my teachers told me, you ought to get so... This is so great. One of my teachers told me, you ought to get a t-shirt that says, I'm a Bible thumping tarot card reading witch. She said, you ought to get that t-shirt. That's yeah, I got my Bible and I got my tarot deck and I ain't leaving near one of them. I got both of them and they're integrated. Because for me, it's saying the same thing. One in one form, one in the other form. Stop hiding as a witch. Come on out. We need all the witches to come out. Because you're here for healing. The original word witch is for healing. Healer, we need you to come forward. We need you to step into your rightful place like Beyoncé did and say, I'm here. I'm a daughter of Oshun. Like it or love it, it doesn't really matter. I'm here to uplift, inspire the planet through creativity and beauty. Go Beyoncé. This is me. This is who I am. And behind closed doors, I levitate. I knew that. I knew that about Beyonce all along. Didn't you know all along Beyonce was a witch? Didn't you know it? Didn't you know that Nicki Minaj was a witch? Didn't you know that Rihanna was a witch? Like Witch Hazel Healing? Yes. Yes. We have so much in our daily lives from the tradition of a witch, from spelling to Hollywood. Hollywood has what in the movie? A cast. Why? Because the cast is about to cast a spell on you. Hollywood, in magical circles, the most powerful, potent wand you can make is from the wood of a what? Holly tree. Get the meaning of the things that's all around you all the time. The cast, right? Right, Tracy? Where do we get that? Cast from a group of people. They're about to cast a spell on you, a movie. And you're going to be in the movie. Oh, Hollywood is putting Tinseltown. Hollywood is putting spells on you all the freaking time. Them people in Hollywood, they levitating and you talk about magic. Oh, they're the masters of it over there. But something's wrong with it. Don't be a muggle. A muggle is someone who's not in touch with their magic in Harry Potter. Be the Harry Potter of your life. Be you. Don't be a muggle. A muggle, not only is a muggle not in touch with their magic that lives in your hands and your heart and your being. Not only is a muggle not in touch with their magic, a muggle is oblivious to magic. Please don't be oblivious to magic. Even if you're not a witch or a wizard or whatever you like to call it, maybe you're a shaman, maybe you're a fairy, maybe you're an angel, maybe you're a vampire. Let me tell you something. There are so many different kinds of beings on this planet, it would astound you. And we think they're human. Stop thinking people are human. They're not. And if you ask, Once again, we're intentionally on the path of purpose. We're intentional about our spiritual growth and development. We're intentional. We want to see the truth. I ask Spirit, above all else, I want to see. I ask that powerful prayer in A Course in Miracles. Above all else, I want to see. And I want to see things rightly. I want to see the truth. Above all else, I want to know the truth. I ask for it. Majo. That's magicians in Spanish. Ooh, come on. Look at all those shows on TV. The magicians. Look at how do they know all of the inner workings to be able to make a whole show about it? How do they know all the inner workings of a show like American Horror Story Coven? Go back and watch Coven. Now, I will say that it does have some gore. So if you cannot get past the gore. Now, my consciousness, when it saw the gore in Coven, it just wiped it out as that's not real. It didn't land as real to me. I always think of things like that. Yes, this is magic is all around you. Magic is everywhere. And we don't want you to be in a place where magic is being worked on you and you don't know it. You are the intentional reality creator of your life. Be like Beyoncé. Own your power. Call on your Orishas. Call on your higher, the entities that attend you and the spirits that attend your head. Call on them for the power. Ask them to show you the way. They will take you on your path exactly as you're supposed to be on your path. Call on these powers and say, I want to see the truth. I want to know the truth. I desire to be the authentic self. And I desire to share, and I desire to serve and uplift and inspire and support and empower. I'm not here to scare anybody. And I'm not here to hide from anybody being scared either. I'm going to be me. But at the same time, I don't desire to scare anyone. I desire to evoke only love. And the way that I evoke and invoke only love is to be love. Let's end with this. All the different kinds of beings that are on this planet. I'll give you an example. One night, very late, about 1, 2 in the morning, we were on the Owl. Is anybody from Philly? You know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Owl, that late night bus. Because in Philly, I don't understand some things they do in Philly, but it's not for me to understand it. I don't understand why they shut down the train at a time at the middle of the night. They just closed the whole train up. I don't understand that. But I'm from New York. Everything stays open all the time. I don't understand this whole shutting down and coming back again. I don't understand. They do the same thing in DC. I don't understand that. Disney is doing magic all the time. Look at the children cartoons now. Days, Shimmer, Shine, Frozen, etc. All of them. The night owl that replaces the train after 12. Melissa, that owl, man, Philly, my sister lives there. Okay. They got this thing called the Owl. And I don't understand it. They shut down the train, maybe at 12 midnight or something like that. Then they get this bus that drives the same route as the train, and all the people pack on the bus, and it's packed. I don't understand that. But anyway, it's called the Owl. We're on the Owl, me and Veronica, one night in Philly, while we were over with Sarai and Eve and baby Boo Boo. Mr. Ether had just came onto the planet, right? So I'm standing there, actually sitting all the way in the back. And onto the Owl walks a vampire. Now, witches and vampires we're like oil and water. I never really took a cotton to vampires. The worst, thank you, Tracy, thank you, ValerieLove.com. The worst movie still that I have ever seen in my life is Interview with a Vampire with Tom Cruise. That still goes down in my history books as the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire born days. Hated it. That's just me. So that gives you some context about vampires and witches. And anything you read about vampires and witches, we don't mix. Oil and water. On to the Owl walks a vampire. And he's somewhat pale. Vampires, I did not know they're real. Yes, vampires are real. Look, this is an excellent thing that you're saying, Mia Flores. Everything, all the legends that you read about, they have an actual basis in reality. Where did we get it from? Everything you read about, the vampire, with the teeth and the drinking of the blood. And there's a whole group of people that, oh yeah, that, hello, Edgar, they're everywhere. Vampires, New York City, packed with them. Packed with them. Trust me. So everything we read about has a basis in reality. Oh, trust that. Matter of fact, there's a whole society of them. If you go to, they're daughters of ISIS, and they literally have blood. You know, they give blood from the vein right here. And they are called, let me get the right name. Let me get the right name. Spirit, bring me the right name. Is this supposed to be talked about here? Lord, I'm going to watch my neck and who I... Tracy's like, I'm going to be looking. Look, Tracy, just call me and take a selfie with him. And then text me. Is this one? Nah, he's good. He ain't no vampire. Wear all white and carry sage. Hello. You look like this. Trust me, no vampire won't come nowhere near you. So how would you know if you're a witch or a vampire? You know it within yourself. It's an inner knowing. It's like, how do I know I'm a black female? It's an inner knowing. Usually it's just dressed like this. The vampires will run. It's an inner knowing. You know. And if you're watching this, you know. You might not want to tell yourself the truth, boo, but I can see you. Because I can see a witch. I can spot a witch a mile away. Hello. In the dark. Trust me, I got X-ray vision. This third eye. I can spot a witch. The other day, a witch started talking to me in the store. And we were just smiling at each other. Never seen her before in my life. Yep, that's a witch. Are they immortal too? You can kill a vampire. They're not immortal. You can kill a vampire, but they live a really long time. Like, they don't age. Witches don't age either. Witches don't age like other people. So you have some longevity there. Actually, Saint Germain, Ascended Master Saint Germain, he also did not age. He was serving he said to the Queen said to him, he was serving the Queen of England, I believe it was, Saint Germain, the Ascended Master Saint Germain. And he said to her, yeah, I served the other queen as well. And she said, the queen, so-and-so queen? Yes. She said, then, sir, that would make you well over 400 years old. And he was like, if you drink blood, I would guess that would make you a vampire. Actually not. I do know people who do blood sacrifices and they're not vampires. Actually, witches do. Some witches use blood in some of their workings because blood carries a lot of energy. And blood is life. Blood is life. So you do have, even if you go to YouTube, you'll even see in the Yoruba tradition, I was just watching a video on YouTube the other day, that there's blood sacrifice. How do you find out what you are if you don't know yet? Ask. Blood is life. Yes, blood is life. Blood is life. Ask. That's an excellent question. Ask. Turn within. Ask, ask, ask. And here's the big thing about it. Open yourself enough. Open yourself in love and let go of the fear, because the fear just blocks the stuff in your own consciousness. The fear just shuts it down. Open yourself and fill yourself with love and surround yourself with love and feel love and know you're loved. And the love will open you to the truth. The love will open you to the truth about yourself. Most people are freaking afraid to find out the truth about their own damn selves. That's the truth. They don't want to know they're a witch. Because why? Because the knowledge carries responsibility. Ooh, to whom much has been given, much is required. Come on now. You'd rather just sit on the sofa, eat the bonbons, watch another episode of The Housewives, and not do nothing with your power. That's what most people want to do. They don't want to learn about it because once you get on the path, it's a rigorous path. You learn, you study, you practice, you attend with other witches, you go to events, you go to retreats, you go to the woods, you go to nature, you go to the ocean, you study some more, you pray some more, you meditate some more, you chant some more. OMG, I feel like you're speaking to me. Yes, Hazel, if you're here, I am speaking to you, beloved. How beautiful. Welcome. Welcome home. So this vampire gets on the owl. We're going to end with this. The vampire gets on the owl and he just stands there. I don't know what I am, but from the time I was little, I knew I was different and intuitive. Yes. Yes, Tracy. Oh my God. See, and these are questions that we get to answer within ourselves. I went to a magic shop yesterday and I touched a jar of dust and felt like I was about to pass out. I know that's right, honey love. I was afraid when I was in my teen years, but now I'm all open to my experience. Beautiful. Be open to your experience. This is you. This is your life. This is the real you. So the vampire steps onto the owl, and I'm sitting in the center. We're almost facing each other, and he's all the way at the front because he just walked in. And he just walked in, and he does an interesting thing. He faces the back of the owl. His back is to the front of the bus. Most people don't get on the bus like that, right? Most people get on the bus and they either hang and look out the side, or they stand where they can see front where we're going. He didn't. And he wasn't holding on to anything. He had perfect balance because vampires have extreme perfect control of their muscles, agility, very fast, very swift, very agile, incredibly agile and fast. So he didn't have any problem standing there while the bus was all moving around, and he didn't hold on to anything. And he looked right at me, and I looked right at him, and all I did was kind of like, I know exactly who you are. And he was like, I know you know exactly who I am. And that was that. From the age of 4, I knew I was different. Indeed. You can see things. You can see spirits. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's not hide. Let's not deny your powers. Most of us, when we were growing up, your powers got denied. I'm here to tell you, wake them up and use them. Because they're your powers. Wake them up and use them. They're your powers. And the right teachers will come to you. The right books will come to you. The right events will come to you. The right everything. The right wand will come to you. The right crystals will come to you. Everything. It will come to you. It will come to you. Just like it did me. Be open. Be ready. Be loved. Oh, we had a stare down. We sure did. Like, I know who you is. And he looked at me like, I know you know who I am. It was a telepathic. He knew good and darn well I was a witch. I'm not human. He knew good and darn well I'm here as a human. Most people are masquerading as a human. You put on a human outfit. On the inside, this is cloth. Like yeah. And he was like, And I was like, And that was that. I bought a citrine crystal Saturday and my dreams have been off the hook. Ooh, come on, Edgar. And especially from that magic shop, because y'all didn't meet, I must admit, there is a fear. Beautiful. I'm happy that you acknowledge the fear, because in the acknowledgement of the fear just dissipated even more. When you acknowledge the fear, it dissipates even more. You say, you know what, Spirit, I'm afraid. It's like the prayer of the man. This was such a beautiful prayer. Christ said, do you believe? He said, I believe, but help thou my unbelief. He was like, most of me is on board with you, Jesus. I really believe you, and I'm really feeling you, but there's a part of me that just ain't on board. And because he was so honest and forthcoming with knowing himself, he had self-awareness, gnosis, we call it, self-knowing. The Christed presence could heal him because he spoke to what he didn't want to acknowledge at first, and then he said, help my unbelief. There's a whole part of me that really doesn't believe. Now, most of me, I'm on board. Beautiful. There's a part of me that's really in fear, that's melting down. Okay, send love to that part of you. That could be your inner child. That could be the one who was denied at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. This could be some aspect of self that's not wholly integrated. Love it. Love it. Say, okay, all my little children, come on along with me. You know you got 50 million beings inside yourself. You got everybody's freaking paranoid, schizophrenic. Crazy. Just a few hours ago, I had a dream of voodoo. I know now it meant something. Oh, it meant something. And if you had a dream about voodoo, you need to go watch Coven. That's right. I say that all the time. You need to go watch Coven, which is American Horror Story. You can get it on Hulu, or I watch it on Amazon Prime because I have Amazon Prime. You need to watch Coven. Don't mind the gore. Just tell yourself this ain't real. Watch Coven, because let me tell you something. Our sister, what was our sister? The black sister who's in it. What's her name? The black sister. Thank you, Tracy, ValerieLove.com. And this month I've decided that I'm going to do readings. Normally I don't do readings a lot. I've decided in the month of May, that came to me this morning in meditation, and I'm going to be talking about it more at 1 o'clock today on our scope, because we really need to get deeper insights into ourselves. I'm going to be doing Skype readings, tarot readings for this month. Yeah, always on. Because when you make me pull out my tarot deck, it's about to go up. Not go down. It's about to go up. Okay? Ooh, Angela Bassett. That's it. Angela back. Miss Cleo style. Come on. Hey. Call me now. Miss Cleo. Oh, man. I used to love Miss Cleo. I used to be watching her every day. Oh, my God. I used to love Miss Cleo. But anyway, Angela Bassett, she played a voodoo witch. And she nailed that thing. It made me know that there was some voodoo witch in her. And Angela Bassett, look at her. Witch. Look at her. Start looking at these women. Fierce. I mean, she put the eye on you. Angela Bassett put the eye on you. You'd be like, ooh. She played a fierce voodoo witch in Coven. You watch it and you tell me what you think. We're going to wrap up with this. Do you, boo? Because everybody else is taken. God bless. Oh, I love you, family. I love you, family. Love you. When there is peace in my mind, there will be peace in the earth.